Here's another beautiful doll. She was part of my collection and I've decided to part with this one. It's something I've started to slowly do, mostly because I've got around about 1,000 dolls now, which is quite a bit. So I've decided to slowly part with some. And this is one I've decided to part with. She's going to a lovely lady in Adelaide. She's a beautiful doll. I'll show you the dress. She's got like a gorgeous long green dress on. She's very pretty. The old-fashioned hat. And as usual, something that I like to do before I post these dolls off is to film them. So I've got my favourite app, as you know, that I like to use, mostly with my dolls, and it's the Ghost Hunting Tools app, of course. So we'll just see what messages come through. So at the moment I'm communicating with the spirit attached to the doll that I'm touching the head of. If anyone else would like to communicate, if you could please just maybe wait, as I mostly want to focus on communication with this doll in the green dress. So if there are any messages that you would like to maybe get across, or anything at all that you would like to tell myself or anyone else, or to Chris, who will be the new owner of the doll, if you could please let us know by communicating through the device that is in front of the doll in the green dress. Just get a close up. She's a very pretty doll. Very vibrant eyes. So it could be anything you wish to say. Drafts, okay. Thank you. And I'm thinking with this one, whatever comes through might be relevant to her new home, her new owner. Maybe it might make more sense. Might make more sense to her new owner. So is there anything else you would like to say? While we're waiting, I'll just maybe show you some other dolls in the meantime, perhaps. Oh, it's starting to peek out now. So if you could focus on all of your energy into the device on the doll, and that's how you can communicate. Because as we know, there's energy in everything. Even light has energy. So if you can use your energy to focus and communicate, you can put forward anything. Any message. So this one here, I believe she's from Gone with the Wind. She's a very collectible one. She's got her certificate. And this one here as well, she is also highly collectible, so she came with a certificate as well. She's Queen of Hearts, I believe. This little one down here is quite sweet. She's a one-off, and she's got human hair and antique lace as her collar. She's quite a sweet doll. Is there anything you would like to say? Morning. Apart. Shock. Well, a lot of words came through all at once then. Doesn't happen a lot. Mourning, apart and shock. So this doll's been in a cabinet in my front lounge room for quite a while. One of my glass cabinets with a lot of my porcelain dolls. She's been in there on display for quite a few years. Mourning, apart and shock. I mean, all of those words actually do relate to something. I believe I've mentioned it before, but it's a very sad story that relates to actually my house and something like mostly related to the lounge room, believe it or not, and that's where this doll was kept. It could be that, or it could be something else. So it will be interesting to see if anything, I guess, happens at her new home. Like if they see anything, or like see any shadow figures, or hear anything, which quite often can be the case. Thank you for talking with us. Mutilate. Very unusual word. So if you can hear me, could you please tell us what your name is? Or I suppose any name that is significant to you, perhaps? Shrieking. I have a lot of really unusual words coming through. Shrieking, mourning, mutilate, shock, apart. It sounds like it's all very much related. Began. So the shrieking began. It's all very much sounding very traumatic, actually. I'm not quite sure what to make of this, to be honest. What happened after the shrieking began? Dylan, thank you for giving me a name. And what happened after the shrieking began? Sometimes it can take a little while. That's okay. We've got a lot of patience. It's fine. It probably takes a while for the energy to build up. I love the face on this one over here. She's very cute. Love the red hair. And this one's quite sweet as well. She's collectible, and most of these are collectible actually. This one, she's a one-off. She's been handmade. She's got human hair as well. And this little guy over here, he's also collectible. He's a German doll. No hair in his face. Had him for many years, this one. He is amazing. He's very, very big. Very large doll. There's Ron over here. He's a very rare war doll. Oh, I just made something. Act normal. Well, that's very unusual as well. Act normal. So what happened after the shrieking began? And it says act normal. So this really is quite unusual. I'd be really interested to know if this doll's new owner actually picks up on anything or experiences anything. Very unusual. I've actually never seen this say act normal before. And I've been using this app for a very, very long time. So it really is quite unusual. So we will be going in a minute. Is there anything else that you would like to say before we turn off now? Oracle, that's interesting. Oracle. Maybe more communication through the oracle, perhaps. That would be fascinating. Thank you so much for talking. It's going to be very, very interesting to see perhaps what we hear of. I'm looking forward to it very much. Wait. Perhaps the weight of the parcel. Maybe, maybe not. All right, well, thank you for talking, and also thank you for watching. And if I do hear of anything, I'll be sure to perhaps let you know in the future. Until next time, good night.